So today I want to talk about the 80-20 rule. So what is the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule is literally 20% of the work you put in will bring you 80% of the results. Now, if you still don't understand what I mean by this, is that you have to prioritize the things that will actually make the most difference. Because when I go to the AstroTurf, I see a lot of players doing so many different drills, so many, working on so many different attributes that ultimately they won't really use in a game. And in my opinion, you have to just stick to the fundamentals, because football is 90% of the fundamentals and then 10% of like the flashy stuff, the individual stuff, the skills, the step overs, the rainbow flicks, all of that. But to be honest, 90% of the game, if you watch it for the full 90, is just the basic fundamentals. Your passing, your first touch, scanning areas of the pitch, making sure the correct way of pass, knowing when to dribble, knowing when to take one touch, when to take two touches, knowing when you can turn, just little basic things like that. Your body position when you're defending, just little simple things like this. And that's basically what the 80-20 rule is. It's literally just prioritize just the fundamentals that you use the most in the game. And it's kind of like, when you might see on your phone, you might see them people who say, oh yeah, wake up at 5 a.m. and then they have like a whole task list. They have like 10 things they need to do in the day. And to be honest, yeah, it looks great on Instagram, it looks great on YouTube, saying, yeah, I wake up at 5 a.m., then at 7 a.m. I do this, then at 9 a.m., then 11 a.m., all the way up until they go to bed. But to be honest, though, if you actually try it in real life, those type of things never actually work. It's always the people who have the most success are the people who focus on like 2, maybe 3 things and just do them to the highest level, just do them to the most excellent level. So you as a footballer, maybe you might wake up that day and you'll be like, okay, cool, what do I need to do? And instead of you saying, oh, I need to do this at 9 a.m., I need to do this at 11, then I need to go there, then I need to do this, then you need to do this. You just need to ask yourself, what are the 2 or 3 most important things I need to do that will actually improve my game? What are the 3 things that will have the most impact in the game? And then just spend the day focusing, locking in on those things. You don't need to feel like you need to do 7 or 8 things in order to become a better footballer. Literally just locking on maybe 2 or 3 things that will give you 80% of the results, like I said. So you as a footballer, maybe that day you might wake up and be like, okay, cool, the 3 things that will help me become a better footballer is literally going out to train, going to the gym, and then watching game film of myself. Maybe that's your 3. Or maybe it's your rest day and you might say, all right, cool, the 3 things that will help me improve as a footballer is like, okay, cool, I need to stretch, I need to make sure I'm recovering, I need to make sure I have a good diet, that I eat well today, and then the last one could also be watch game film of myself, or watch game film of the pros, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, whatever that is, and just sort of studying the game. So yeah, that's what I really mean by the 80-20 rule. Because I feel like a lot of young players feel like they need to do all of this. They need, another thing as well is the equipment as well. You see them people they got all the equipments. They got the cones, they got the mini goals, the long poles. They got this, they got that. They got like the nets where you have to shoot in the corners. And it's like, yeah, all of that is nice, but you need to think about 80-20 rule. Literally, what are like the three bits of equipment that will actually give me the most bang for my buck, so I don't need to spend all this money and just do the most. Literally, in my opinion, as a footballer, all you need is maybe 20 cones, maybe a bag of like 5 to 10 footballs, and then maybe, I don't even know, that might be it, literally just a bag of 5 to 10 footballs and then 20 cones, and then you can pretty much just figure it out from there. Especially if you're in like an astral cage and like there's a wall where you can pass it off the wall. To be honest, that's the only 2 things you need. But you see people, they have all this equipment, like I said. Some people even buy them oxygen masks for like working on their fitness, and it's like, you don't need all of that, honestly. Like you can just you can literally just go to the park, work on your fitness, literally by doing sprints, by doing shuttle runs, by doing the occasional 5K, 10K. You could literally like I said, I just feel like people do too much and nobody actually locks in on like the fundamentals and what actually needs to needs to be done, what will actually give you most of the results. I feel like most people, they neglect the fundamentals and then they want all like the flashy stuff, the new, the new flashy stuff. I feel like people are drawn to it. It's like shiny object syndrome. But I'm here to tell you that 80-20 rule, literally just lock in fundamentals. What are you actually going to use to improve your game? Maybe 2 or 3 things. You don't need 9, 10, 11 different sort of things to improve your game. We can even do it with position as well. If you're a fullback and you're going to train, you need to ask yourself, all right, cool, there's so many aspects of the game that I can train, but I'm a fullback. What do I actually need to train? What 3 or 4 things, 2, 3 or 4 things do I actually need to work on? So you think to yourself and you think to your games and you say, all right, cool, what do I actually do? What actions do I actually take in a game? So as a fullback, the first one is probably going to be crossing. You're going to inevitably in a game, you're going to have to put in 5, 6, 7, 8 crosses a game. So you need to work on your crossing. Maybe you can find a partner to work on your crossing with, or you literally just practice by yourself. Just focus on putting the ball in good areas. Even if there's no one there to to connect with the crosses, you just go to the pitch, go to the AstroTurf, or even go to the park. You can make a goal of cones with cones, and then just practice just putting it in good areas, just putting dangerous crosses in that your striker can meet, whether that's a header or a volley. So crossing is the first one. Obviously, as a fullback, you need to be quick. So you need to work on your speed. Maybe you do shuttle runs. Maybe you do sprints, 60-meter sprints, 80-meter sprints, 100-meter sprints. That's another aspect of your game. And then also as a fullback, you're probably going to have to work on your 1v1 defending. So obviously, as we all know, 1v1 defending, first of all, it's about your coordination and your balance. Because obviously, when you come up against tricky wingers, they're going to try shift you to different directions. You need to be able to keep up, be able to stay on your feet. Obviously you need to be able to have good anticipation. So if you can get one of your friends who's an attacker and just focus on 1v1 defending in different scenarios, 1v1 defending out on the wing, 1v1 defending in the middle of the pitch, just anything you need to improve your game. So literally those 3 attributes are probably the ones where you need to spend most of your time on. As a fullback, are you really gonna go out to the pitch and do a whole 2-hour session on just shooting? You're just there shooting, because how many times are you actually gonna get to shoot in those dangerous positions as a fullback? As a fullback, you're out wide, you're wide on the pitch. You're not gonna get an opportunity to shoot. You're not going to get many opportunities to have shots from the edge of the box. That's not your job. That's the striker's job. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, like I said, you don't need to go to the pitch and be like, all right, cool, so today I need to work on everything. I need to do my shooting, my defending, my crossing, my passing, my dribbling, all of this. No, just go there and focus on all right, cool. So today I'm going to focus literally on my crossing, just getting my crossing better, left foot, right foot, of different positions. That's what I'm going to work on today. Then tomorrow I'm going to come and I'm going to work on my speed. Then the next day, 1v1 defending, and literally just do that for a period of time. Then if you feel like, cool, there's other things I need to work on in my game, then you can implement them. But literally 90% of the game is about the fundamentals. So make sure you're just focusing on the fundamentals. Like I said, obviously you have your fundamentals in terms of your position, but as a footballer in general, your first touch, making sure you're scanning, your awareness, making sure that you're passing to your teammates on the right or on their right foot, way of pass. Just little things like this, knowing when to take 1 touch, when to take 2 touches, and literally just do drills, training the fundamentals, and then over time, literally you want to just increase the pace, increase the intensity, increase the sharpness of it, and ultimately that's how you become a better player. So that's all I've got to say for this vid. That you don't need to have 10, 11, 12 different things. Literally just lock in and just focus on the main things that actually matter. Maybe 2 or 3 things, depending on your position, that will actually give you the best results and make you a better player. So hope you enjoyed the vid. I've been JT and I'm out.